Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blackblade and welcome back to vlog number 3 of our Duelist Wild Strike build. Alright then, so when it comes to the Ascendancy skill, the Ascendancy class that we're going to choose, we are going to be choosing the Slayer for this build. Simply because of the fact that the Bane of the Legends gives us a 50% increased damage against rare and unique enemies, which is actually pretty huge. And on top of that, we get a 20% overkill damage leached as life. So yeah, we're going to be taking the Bane of the Legends. Of course, we are going to be passing through the Headsman also for this build, which gives us a 100% increased damage against enemies that are on low life. So it's basically like calling strike maybe, because it kind of gives us a huge damage bonus of 100%, and we get a 20% chance to gain an onslaught for 3 seconds after on kill. And then finally, we are going to finally get the overwhelm to get that that always stun enemies at full life attribute over there, and then we get a 100% increased stun duration on enemies that are on full life, and then we get that 100% increased stun duration again when the monsters are on low life, and then finally we get that 20% increase. But I mean, it's 20% chance to double the stun duration. You could play around with the Slayer, or you could go with the champion. If you guys are lacking gear and you find yourselves dying often, you guys can go with the Slayer Ascendancy Class, and what I mean is the Champion Ascendancy Class, and go with the Fortify part. It has that what do you call this skill node that gives you an instant or an always on Fortify Effect. But if you're going with that route, then I highly suggest that you incorporate in your build, the Rampart skill node, simply because you're getting around 25% increased melee physical damage when you have the Fortify on, plus you gain that 20% increased armor while you have that Fortify. So it's something to think about if you guys are trying to decide whether to choose to go with Slayer or with with champion. Alright then, when it comes to the skill nodes, or the skill tree proper, so we started by taking the physical attack damage and life nodes over here, armor and life nodes, and then of course melee damage. Again, when it comes to the Wild Strike, what affects the elements are any skill node that has a weapon type of damage, like two-handed, one-handed, or axe, mace. It doesn't really matter. Just as long as it has that keywords, the elements are affected. But if it only says melee, something like this one, it only affects the melee part of the skill gem. Alright, so we're clear on that one. Next, of course, we've gotten the Master of Arena, Bravery for some life, and then Art of the Gladiator. And then finally, we've gotten the Destroyer over here. We've gotten some sockets. We are going to be using an axe for this build. So yeah, 8% increased attack speed with maces. We get a 13% freeze duration on enemies, 2% chance to freeze, and finally the 12% increased area damage. The Wild Strike actually has a lot of different effects. Those three elements are or have a different sort of effect. Some have one has the area damage. I think that's fire, I believe. And then of course you have the cold, which gets affected by the freeze duration and the 2% chance to freeze. And then of course we have Golem's Blood over here for some life. We've gotten the Iron Reflexes, Executioner, and the Wrecking Ball. And then we went to the left side over here to take some axe damage nodes, and then some life leech, finally ending with Splitting Strikes. And then we went over to the left side over here to get the Bloodlines again for some life nodes. And then we've gotten the Unwavering Stance over there. And then we went over to the left side over here to take all of the powerful axe nodes, ending with Cleaving and Slaughter. And then we went down over here to take the Barbarism for the additional life, and then the +1 to our maximum fire resistances. And then we went down over here. We are now going towards the Marauder skill tree to get the Butchery, Born to Fight, some life nodes over here, Warrior's Blood, and then finally getting some life and then armor nodes over here, ending with some more life and armor. And then we went up over here to get the Resolute Technique. And then we went over to the left side over here to take some Jewel Socket, 10% increased damage, increased physical damage with axes. What you're trying to look for is or are damage with axes, melee damage maybe, attack speed with axes. So anything increased damage like this one. So anything that could probably help you boost your DPS some more. and then we've gotten the Indomitable here over here for us to get that 20% reduced extra damage from critical strikes from monsters, passing through 14% armor right here. And then finally we've gotten the Tireless over here, passing through increased life nodes over there, plus the reduction of our mana cost of our skills. And then finally we went up over here to get the Devotion again for some increased life, Celestial Punishment, Celestial Judgment, and finally we've got another Jewel Socket over here, increasing the physical damage of our two-handed melee weapons, which converts also, or which affects the damage of the elemental part of the Wild Strike also, because it has the two-handed melee weapons over there, plus the 5 reduced mana cost, and we get the 12% increased damage. Alright then, so that's about it when it comes to the skill tree. Let's get into the gear. We are going to be using the Atziri's Disfavour for our axe, but then, you know, it's not really necessary. You could go with Com's Primacy if you guys don't have the budget for an Atziri, or you could go with a two-handed axe, which is above, or what you're looking for is above 300 DPS, and you'll be good with that one. Alright, so when it comes to gloves, you know, life and resist, I decided to put you know, an attack speed over there. Plus, you know, I was actually doing some runs on the labyrinth. I got a cast decree of blades on hit over there, which is, yeah, it's kind of cool. You know, you get that free ethereal strikes, but what I'm looking for is the Word of Ice, I believe, because I really like the AoE of that Word of Ice. Life and resist for belt, life, resist, and movement speed for our boots here. I've gotten really lucky because it rolled a 90% increased critical strike chance when you have it crit already. That is pretty awesome because, you know, I really like crit builds. So yeah, it's not really necessary, but of course it's for crit. It's for a crit build. And then armor, you know, any armor will do, just long as you have life and the resistances, and then probably get a huge armor there at 1k and above. You'll be good with that one. Life and resist with both of the rings, and then we have an Onyx Amulet to basically max out or reach the requirements of the gems because of the plus something to all our attributes. And then finally the Devoto's Devotion for our helm, because we get that 16% increased attack speed, which, you know, scales up with the with basically your physical damage, armor, evasion, movement speed, and then chaos resistance. Alright then, so what's connected to our wild strike? Wait a minute, where is it? Alright, so what's connected to our wild strike will be faster attacks, multi-strike, added fire damage, and then of course weapon elemental damage, so that, you know, our the elements that comes out of the wild strike will have that increased damage into them. If this were a 6-link, it will really depend, you know, if you don't have any life leech, you know, get some life leech in there. If you're having trouble with mana, get some mana in there. Or either way, if it was me, I think I'm just going to add a increased melee damage, or the melee support gem, which increases the melee physical damage, so that, you know, we get that single target, you know, huge single target hit with the wild strike. Alright, with our other skill gems, we are going to be using Summon Flame Golem with Fortify. We have Hatred over there for our aura, and then of course we have Leap Slam, and then we have Molten Shell, Immortal Call, and then Increased Duration, and then CWDT for defensive stats. On my 6th link, I was actually playing around, and I started, you know, I wanted to play around with Vengeance, so I decided to add Increased Area of Effect, added cold damage, Life Leech, and then Concentrated Effect. Basically, I'm trying to get the what's the damage of that? Hold on. Basically, I'm trying to get the damage of the Vengeance into as high as I can. As you can see, the damage is 9.5k, and then, you know, you get that life leech over there, so that's an additional survivability. And then finally, we have Enduring Cry, Warlord's Mark for our curse, attached to enhance, and then finally a CWDT. You can play around with this one, you know, you could put whatever you want, or whatever you think your class needs, or your character, or your build needs. Alright then, when it comes to DPS or damage, our Wild Strike is doing 64.9k when it comes to its DPS. And yeah, well, I guess that's about it. I mean, we're not really crit, but I'm going to do a crit one, you know, after this. I'm probably going to go with Shadow after I finish the Ice Crash build. But then anyway, defensively, our armor is sitting really good at 9.1k with an estimated physical damage reduction of 47%. And then we have all of our resistances capped. We have a chaos resistance there of 21%. Alright then, so our excuse me. So the map that we're going to be doing is a map 11 tier map. It's a Springs map with your typical leveling mod over there of 28 more magic monsters, so that you guys just may have an idea on how the build actually works. Alrighty then, let's get into doing the map. Alrighty then, here we go. So I'm really surprised about the Wild Strike, and yeah, I still really love this. Oops, Frostbearers. Oh, let's get out, get out, get out, get out. And you know, this is still one of my favorite skill gems in the game, simply because it's just so much fun to see that, you know, while you're doing some melee damage, you know, elements start to come out of your you know, of your character, which is kind of fun to look at. And yeah, so for the next, I need that. Now for the next build that I'm going to do the what do you call this? I'm going to be doing the Ice Crash build, because so many of you guys want me to literally update the build. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one next, and then I'm probably going to I don't know. I don't really know what's going to come up next, but yeah, I've been playing the Overwatch, you know, triple, what do you call that? Triple rare. Yeah, I've been playing the Overwatch, and I really want to make a video about that one too. But don't worry, you know, I'm not going to stay away from, or I'm not going to not play Path of Exile. Yeah, I'm just going to go probably with that one and this one, you know, alternating the two. Alright then, enough talk. So as you can see, the build is working pretty well, specifically for that for the Slayer skill that we, or the Slayer Ascendancy class that we've chosen. It's really pretty powerful and OP. Alright, so that's the boss, and we've only have like what, 2 minutes. So let's go and kill some more monsters first before we kill the boss. I mean, the video is going to end like really early, and yeah, so we don't really want that, do we? Alright then, so what about you guys? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys are playing as of now. What sort of build, hi Haku, I'm gonna get to you later. What sort of build are you guys actually playing right now? And I need to play many, because I need to update all of the builds essentially. So yeah. Oops, corrupted. I hate corrupted. Corrupted and those what do you call this, bearers. Those are the two things that I really hate here, because sometimes, you know, I kind of forget to read the description, which is bad, by the way. Don't do it. Alright then, so that's one area. We still have what, couple more minutes. Don't worry about the items, I'm gonna get those later. And yeah, I haven't really implemented that item filter thing that you guys have always been suggesting to me. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it like really soon, guys. Yeah, because I know that it's really irritating to see so many trash items all over the place, and yeah, it's just really irritating. What are those guys doing? Yeah, sometimes I get that, you know, just monsters standing around. It's probably a bug. But anywho, alright, so that's another area. There are only 4 areas here that I know, and we'll get into the final area right here. Alright, so we have 2 elite monsters over here, and then we have their, alright, they're dead, basically. So yeah, you may want to play around with the Fortify too. I was actually thinking about that, but what I mean is, you know, I already have a pretty good defensive gear. So yeah, I thought that I'd rather go with the raw damage instead. The Slayer, what do you call this? The Slayer class. Oops! So hold on. Fuck! Almost got killed there. See, that's what I'm talking about. I kind of like don't read the description of the monsters. Oh god, shit! Alright, glad I didn't die right there. Alright then, so let's go, let's move. And we have a couple more minutes to go, and the map is almost cleared. Okay, okie dokie. So yeah, I'm gonna get those because I really need chromatics. Chromatics is really one of the currencies that I really need because of the constant you know, builds that I do or that I make. You know, you have to change the sockets and all that, the color of the sockets always. Okay, so let's go to the boss. Then the boss is right here. Boss. Okay. Okay, so there are no more monsters over there. So here's hoping that I don't die. Alright, then where's the fucking entrance? Oh, it's over here? Okay. Alright then. Let's just turn off the items thing. Alright, here we go. What is this? Necro Vigil. Alright, so that's going to be dangerous a little bit. Oh god, oh shit! Alright, we need to drag the little dimwits over here. Come on, over here. Yeah, because you can't kill them on the green goo. Yeah. Come here. And I don't really want to get cocky. Oh, alright, so let's just go with the boss right here, and I hope that I don't die. And the boss is dead. Alright then, so any uniques? No, I didn't get any uniques right now. Alright, kill the last monster right here. Alright then, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think about the build in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we're gonna see you guys on the next part of the video. Have a good one. Yeah, definitely the boss. Here we go. Slaying some traps over there, and then this curse